Welcome to Business Wit's Business Tips from our Better Business Results show. This is where business owners share their top tips in their field of expertise. I'm Coach John Witt, and recently I had an opportunity to spend some time with Chris Skorina. Now, Chris is the owner of Mosher-Skorina, and they're a professional corporation. And he shared his top tips for protecting yourself in a personal injury situation. Now, in the business world, you need offense and defense. Offense is about growing and achieving more. Defense is about protecting what you have. The insurance world is all about defense. Now, as a personal injury attorney, Chris represents the injured party in front of experienced insurance company negotiators. And his role is to protect you and your assets over the long term. He's done it hundreds, if not thousands of times, and he's really good at getting results. The reality is that we may or may not ever experience a personal injury situation. But if you do, you need to know how best to protect yourself and how you can effectively support your attorney, because he's going to have to face off with those insurance company negotiators. Now, you could represent yourself, but that could be a bad idea because you'd be going up against experienced negotiators, and it's not something that you do every day. And Chris shared a story earlier about how he was able to move a self-negotiated 4-figure lowball offer into a 6-figure scenario for his client. And that was a life-changing event. So with that in mind, let's listen to Chris's tips.
Well, all right, so let's talk about some tips for our viewers. What are, for those people that are watching this video, what are the, and they may or may not be in an accident, but chances are we'll all be in one at some point. What are your top 3 tips?
Document what happened, and if it's an auto collision, that means calling the police and getting a police report. Get medical treatment to the extent, if you think if there's any possibility you're injured, get medical treatment. You're not a doctor, don't diagnose yourself, okay? And then document your injuries, either you or someone close to you. Document not only your physical injuries, bruises, cuts, scrapes, but damage to the vehicle. Okay, we want to take, again, preserving that evidence. Okay, because if you don't come to see us for 3 or 4 months down the road, that evidence is going to be lost. So think in terms of evidence. That's what I would tell folks.
So how would you know the severity, or is there some clue that says when should you get a police report?
Well, if I would err on the side of always calling the police and reporting.
Be safe, yeah.
I would always do that because, as shared with you the one incident, the one gentleman who was involved in an incident and got the low ball offer. Fortunately, there was a police report that helped us, that gave us some information to help. Without a police report, it makes it very difficult. And remember those professional adjusters on the other side, they're going to say, this was a nothing, nobody called the police, not even the police came out. That's their way they're going to view it. So you really do yourself a disservice if there's any chance at all that you're going to make a claim or feel you've been injured in some way if you don't phone it in.
Police report.
Phone it in.
Yeah. And then from a medical standpoint, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, I didn't get hurt, or I didn't, how do they make the decision when to go?
I think we need to let the doctors tell us.
Err on the side of caution once again.
Let's not diagnose ourselves. Hopefully you're not hurt and you'll get a clean bill of health, but you'll have a medical person check you out and tell you that, and then you're good.
It's better just to get checked and avoid the risk. Because after the fact, maybe you lose some of that evidence. That you
Absolutely. Again, those professional negotiators on the other side.
Yeah, they know the story.
They're going to say, you didn't get medical treatment. You couldn't have been hurt. The reasonable thing to do would be to get treatment. Right? So
yeah,
always think in terms of evidence.
Yeah, got it.
So now you've heard Chris's tips for what to do in a personal injury situation. It's not rocket science. It's all about being prepared. Any accident creates a shock factor, and you can't count on spur-of-the-moment, effective, spontaneous response. So be prepared. Number 1, always document what happened. Take pictures, get a police report. Number 2, visit the doctor. Please let a medical expert determine if there are any issues. Number 3, document any injuries, cuts, scrapes, bruises. Again, you got pictures. Everybody's got a smartphone. Always err on the side of caution. Get a police report, see a doctor. It's all about protecting yourself. And lastly, please share this video with others so that they can protect themselves more effectively as well. I work with business owners every day to make the right moves, to win the financial rewards they want, so they can live the lives they desire for themselves and their families. Insurance is a defensive move. Insurance is about protecting what you have. Make sure you've got the right coverage for you, your business, and your personal needs. You don't get to decide when you get in a car accident or when you're an injured party. Just make sure that you've got the right protection. When you make the right moves in chess, you win the game. When you make the right moves in business, winning gets a lot easier.